So the plan is they're going to come out at 5 minutes to 1 and do a moment of silence. I can't see that. Well, it'll happen when it happens. Yeah, hopefully soon. I'm thinking that self.
Tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch me, please use caution. Cold like 0 degrees. I'm out the cage, gotta let out the beast. Revolutionary, gotta let out the streets. Locked in a cage, I'ma let out the. Wake up, get out the sheets. We came for one man, forget my peace. You take the west, I'll take on the east. I'ma put him in the cage, never let out the. Yeah, I hear him chatting the noise. Move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys, not so
Two cutters through the middle. Aria for three.
Kia ora e te whānau, nau mai haere mai ki Rotorua International Stadium, the temporary home of Whakarewarewa Rugby Club for the 2026 season. As it's Anzac weekend, we take a moment to acknowledge and remember all those who have served our country, those who made the ultimate sacrifice, and those who came home carrying the service with them. It's a time to reflect, to show respect, and to appreciate the freedoms that we enjoy today. You'll see that same spirit of mateship, resilience and pride when our boys are out on the field this afternoon. Values that sit both at the heart of rugby and our community, lest we forget. You're watching the live stream proudly brought to you by the team at Local Gecko Productions, ko Craig McFadgen toko ingoa, and it's my pleasure to be calling today's matchup between two proud Māori clubs, Whakarewarewa and Ōpōtiki. Conditions are looking ideal here for this afternoon. A perfect day for some fast, open, running footy. This is just Whakarewarewa's second outing of the season. They opened their opening match a couple of weeks ago, saw them take on Mount Maunganui at Rotorua Boys High School, with the Mount proving too strong on that day. A bye last week, he's given them the chance to regroup, and I'm sure they're ready here to respond to the challenge that Ōpōtiki will lay out. Ōpōtiki, on the other hand, have had a couple of tough battles to start their campaign, going down 31-42 to Greerton Maris last week, and the big one, 103 to 0 to Tauranga Sports the week prior. But make no mistake, these boys can play, and they'll be hungry to turn those performances around. Also fantastic to see Central, Western and Eastern Bay teams all back in the competition, making it a true Baywide contest. Strap yourself in. This one's going to be an absolute beauty. Let's look at the team list today. Whakarewarewa first. We've got Hoani, Masters and Vanilla in the front row there. Savage and Rapata are our second row. Hapi, Te Koha Palmer and Whetu Paul are our Lucies today. At 9, we've got Māori Whitcliffe, Tamaho Palmer at 10. Rihari Nelson and Awahu Gardner are on the edges. Kane Lowe and Pinga are in the middle. And Troy Edwards at the back there. We've got Pryor, Rewati, Hohepa Blazer, Hare and Edmonds, Waldron and Makiha coming in, impact players through the course of the game today. Coach's one and only Tamaho Palmer, absolutely top man. And of course the Ōpōtiki team. Slight change in the front row there. Arlen Newton, Koaro and Loka are our front rowers today. Not too sure on one of our locks, but Ropatini is the other. Te Mote Gilbert and Raukawa are our Lucies today. Howe will have the number 9 jersey on, unsure of number 10 at this stage. McPhee will be on one wing. In the midfield, we've got Tai and Mokomoko, and at the back, we've got Collier. Impact for Ōpōtiki, Davis, Maxwell, Hayward, Odenwell, Biddle, the brothers, and Mokomoko as well, and 22. Their coach is David Temoana, and I'm sure they have travelled all the way over here today looking for a win. We're just going to take a moment of silence as we remember those soldiers.
They shall not grow if we just left grow. They shall not weary them or condemn them. At the going down of the sun and in the evening, we will remember them. We will remember them.
We will remember them, lest we forget. Roirangi's got the whistle today out in the middle. He'll be looking for a nice controlled game. I'm sure these two proud clubs will have lots on the line here. We see 5th versus 6th on the table here. So plenty on the line as both teams look to climb that ladder. Build a little bit of momentum into this season. Roirangi, one of our fantastic referees from the Bay of Plenty. I see that he is also running touch for the Premier game. He will have these boys well and truly organised today. Whakarewarewa to kick off.
Jump over that side, Bree.
As the mighty red and black machine have the ball ready for another wonderful Saturday afternoon of footy. And here we go. Nice high kick off there. Ōpōtiki let it bounce, but are able to snatch that ball up and carry up the middle into contact, setting our first ruck of the game. Slips out of a couple of tackles there. Another little bit of a high shot there. Referee Rangi has got that one out. As Ōpōtiki look to spread it wide through Tai. No advantage there for a high tackle. Pretty clear there. We have to remember the rule now for any senior rugby is the first tackle has to be sternum height or lower. Second tackle can be under the shoulders, but first tackle must be below the sternum. So Ōpōtiki with the first penalty of the day. And they'll look to go for touch and try out their line out. Unfortunately, he hasn't made touch there. Well fielded at the back there by Edwardson. As Waka set up on their 10-metre line. Bumping off tacklers here. Great carry making the advantage line. Whitcliffe looks to just chip the ball through or grab the ball through. Doesn't pay off like he'd expected. And we don't see that too often. Douglas Kauro, one of our front rowers, puts the box kick through, but the referee will come back. No advantage played there. We're playing a knock-on scrum, Waka ball. Gotta love it when the big boys think the kick is the better option. There's Waka packed down here. Looks to be quite a lot of big bodies in there. Now development squads. And Coach Tamaho Palmer's packed down in many scrums before himself. I'm sure Waka will have a really strong scrum all afternoon here. Clean ball out for Whakarewarewa. They crash in the midfield there through Pinga. But there's been a turnover there. Great turnover there by the Ōpōtiki midfielder Moko. Ōpōtiki happy to clear it outside of their half. Nice kick. Good bit of distance there. Right back to the fullback, Edwardson, with inside his 22. He's able to get it all the way down the pitch, right into the opposition 22. Great distance there. Exciting to see Ōpōtiki willing to carry the ball. But opts in the end to clear it back there, number 25. Not too sure who that is. But the referee's got the Ōpōtiki boys for being in front of the kicker. An offside position. We'll come back to a penalty here. Whakarewarewa ball. Marty Whitcliffe with the ball now, looking to make touch, and he does so, and we're going to be able to see our first line out of the game. Watching the warm-up, the Whakarewarewa line out looked really sharp, able to plug the back. They got a really good line out throw there. Referee Roirangi will want to make sure we got nice metre gap down the middle. Setting up on the back of Fetu Paul there. And in comes Savage Rapata. There'll be a couple of targets here. Referee's given a free kick there. I think that's numbers in the line out. I think you'll find the throw wasn't straight, so he didn't play any advantage there. But he's given the free kick. Walker go quickly, sliding through the first line of defence really nicely. It's Tamaho Palmer Jr. It's the Edwardson unfortunately loses that one forward, but that's looking pretty sharp there for Walker, looking to unleash their boys out wide, which is great to see, especially in weather like this. Like the look of Tamaho Palmer there with the 10 jersey on. Not afraid to have a go at the line, which is good to see. Just pulls in some outside defenders. If you're 9 and 10, you're happy to go around the ruck. Frees up space out on the edges, which is good. So we'll have a feed Ōpōtiki ball. They'll look to clear this one outside of their 22. Sit quite deeply here inside their goal line. Ōpōtiki and Walker get a really good push on here, but they haven't covered the blind side. And our number 8 gets through the blind side, released off to the open side, and bundled into touch. Nice work there between Rokawa and Gilbert. Referee's called a high shot on Gilbert. Really nice work at the back of the scrum there by Rokawa, able to pick the ball up and head out, gaining plenty of metres there. Not a lot of distance on that kick, but safed into touch. And Ōpōtiki will be able to start off from a sharp line out here. Late change between 2 and 3. The jersey's 2 and 3, so I think you'll find our hooker is in jersey 3 and our prop is in jersey 2. Uncontested there. Easily won there by Ōpōtiki. Red need to get their hands out of there, or the referee will ping them for obstruction, hands in the ruck, but they managed to get the ball out. Quick D-line is pushing Ōpōtiki back here. Nicely carried in there by the winger. Ball comes back to Rokawa, who is having a great start to the day. Makes metres every single time he carries by the looks of things. Pushing wide on the edge. Managed to be bailed into touch there by Edwardson. Really good to see both teams are keen to spread that ball. As supporters, as spectators, we love to see running rugby. Banks of the Rotorua International Stadium look like there's a few people up there. Whānau supporters all coming out after the dawn service today to cheer our boys on, both teams. As Whakarewarewa boys look to walk into the line out, create some confusion. Beautifully throw in there again. As we crash in the midfield. Nice strong carry there by Pinga again. And Palmer will clear that one down the back and chase up his own kick, in fact, too. Nice little step there. Looks like we're going to play a little bit of force back here. Whakarewarewa managed to get the ball out around the 22 mark. Just waiting to see there. It looks like the touch judge has signalled a 50-22, but I don't think... No, Ōpōtiki. No, it is. Yep, it was 50-22. I didn't quite see where that flag was, but well done there by the red and blacks. Managed to contain possession there. Going up to the front. Beautiful target there. Halfback standing deep. Able to wind a nice hands there by Edwardson at 15. Cutting back inside, running into some traffic. Right into the front row and front rowers there. That's great hands there by Whetu Paul. Drawing pass needed. Whetu Paul there to follow up. And he knows one way to the try line, head down. Interfering with the halfback there a little bit, but the Ōpōtiki team have come through and snatched that one. Great turnover there for the boys in green and blue. Managed to clear it out from the ruck. And our big Arden Newton carries hard into the line. Able to clear it from the back there. Relieve some pressure there from Ōpōtiki. Oh, and Whakarewarewa, well done there, Edwardson. Juggles it around, manages to grubber it through, giving away that possession, but gaining a little bit of territory in the process. Both game plans are pretty obvious here. They want to play inside the opposition half. A little bit of a late hit there. I think referee will let that one slide. Oh, no, he won't. No, he won't. Yeah, he's seen that late hit. And he's happy to bring it on back to where the ball's bounced. Whakarewarewa will get that advantage there. Just a little bit of loss of vision there by the Ōpōtiki player. A little bit of needs to control that. Otherwise he'll be marching his boys back all day long if he carries on that. Not out there, and so Ōpōtiki will breathe a sigh of relief. And they'll be able to return this, looking to spread it wide here. Right out to our winger. Didn't catch his name in our team lists. But another good carry from him. All players on side. As we go from unlucky there, just dropping the ball in contact, or as he reaches contact, had a bit of a look. And of course, who's there on? Whetu Paul. Great carry there, but the referee hasn't seen that as enough advantage. They'll come back. Knock on Ōpōtiki. Scrum Whakarewarewa. Good start by both teams here today. Always used to love playing against Ōpōtiki when I was playing for Whakarewarewa, especially if we'd travel over there. You know that the Ōpō boys would always put on a really good spread after the game. Always give you a couple of refreshments for the drive back in the bus. Great memories those days playing with Fats and Narimu Simpkins, Trent Sweeney and Chrissy Vanderflute and the boys.
Don't run over there, gentlemen.
As we pack down here.
5, 6.
Just hold.
Marty Whitcliffe gets ball. No, it's not Marty Whitcliffe. He's come off now, by the looks of things. We've got number 25. We don't have a 25 listed on our program. Or a 24, in fact. So running a bit blind with those names. Referee's seen something and wants to come back. Another knock on. No advantage from that. Knock on Ōpōtiki. Scrum red. Like the look of Walker's scrum. Nice and stable when it's their feed. And happy to put on the pressure when it's Ōpōtiki's feed as well. Looks like we've got a couple of reserves on early. We've got Marty Whitcliffe back into feeding the scrum now. Referee's not happy with the way that's set. And we'll have to repack it down again. Big boys here, both teams won't mind that. They love this sort of stuff. Far better than standing there watching the boys play force back behind them. Where our big boys earn their lunch. Marty Whitcliffe to feed the scrum now. In a handy position with quite a big blind side here. But I think they'll be looking to unleash the backs. Whitcliffe digs deep. passes it out to Tamaho Palmer. He's happy to bring it real wide. We've got a bit of a mismatch numbers-wise out here. Great carry there by 25. Pops back off. We're going to have a bit of a... Oh, it's fantastic work there by our big boys from Ōpōtiki. Able to snuff that one out. Douglas Kawato manages to save the try, knocks it on in the contact area, unfortunately, but I think that's worthy of a pat on the back later on. As Whakarewarewa look to move that ball, and they found some space straight away. Wycliffe digs deep, passes it out to Tamaho Palmer. He's happy to bring it real wide. I think that option could have just been a few more hands. We would have seen a try in the corner for Whakarewarewa. And wanting to cut it back inside there. Found some defenders in the end. But we still have a fantastic attacking position here, Whakarewarewa. And they'll feed the scrum just inside Ōpōtiki's 22. Tamaho Palmer, again, happy to pass out to Pinga, who carries hard into the defensive line. Wycliffe sees a gap there, but it's quickly shut down by the Ōpōtiki defence. Fantastic work there by Cody Savage, slipping through tackles. As we get inside the Ōpōtiki 5 metres, the big boys will want to go to work here. Here they are. Dummies one way, goes the rest. John Masters, everyone's liking the look of it. Referee's having a wee look, and he likes the look of it as well. John Masters straight under the black dot. You can see John Masters here on the blind side. He sniffs a little bit of an opportunity to come back. He thinks, no, we're going to go open here. I can see mismatch. He calls for it. Dummies out wide. Rolls over and plants it down for a 5-pointer. Marty Wycliffe looks to have the tee. Pretty confident he'll get this one. From right out in front. Bit of a formality for him, really. Done those ones a million times over. And after 17 minutes, Whakarewarewa are up 7-0 over Ōpōtiki development. Good start from both teams, happy to run with the ball. Obviously playing for territory as well, so they want to make sure that they are getting down into the opposition's half, into the opposition's 22. And then they can do the damage just like Masters did then, nice and close to the line. Quick kick-off there by Ōpōtiki, caught Whakarewarewa napping. Whakarewarewa standing around talking about how awesome that last try was, and Ōpōtiki has gone real fast, right deep into the Whakarewarewa 22. Clever thinking there by Ōpōtiki. Wycliffe will look to box kick out of here. It's a great nudge. Fantastic distance there as the touch judge makes her way down towards the halfway line. I think Whakarewarewa will be happy to get out of their 22 like that. I don't think you'll catch them napping again. Coach Tamaho Palmer wouldn't let that happen twice. Ōpōtiki look to have their line out right on halfway here. We'll be able to see perfectly with the footage. Referee's happy that's straight enough. Remembering our new rule, it doesn't have to be perfectly straight if it's uncontested. And steaming in from the back here, this is a great carry into the Whakarewarewa 40 metres. And our big boys with hands on the ball, they're not afraid to take it into contact. Tackler has to release there as number 3 takes it into contact out to their hooker. Jersey swapped earlier on today. Beautiful hands there through first 5. He's held there. Going to come out to our big boys again. Ōpōtiki happy to crash it off first and second runner here. Backdoor play. 12 and 13, that's a great combination there. Passing it out to our open side, who gets the beautiful dummy. Everyone falls for it, and he takes it right in under the posts. Well done, Sean Gilbert, Ōpōtiki. As you see the ruck form there, and the front rowers are happy to give the back ball. Lovely pass there from 12 to 13. Everybody falls for the dummy. And Gibbet is under the posts. Shea Collar looking to add the extras here. He's hooked that one, unfortunately. Just pulled that one to the left. And after 20 minutes, we see Whakarewarewa just up 7-5 over Ōpōtiki in the development competition. Looks like under the post, Willie Royal was the one talking to the Waka boys. And just making sure that they remember that urgency, that the game is not over until that final whistle. We can't let Ōpōtiki take a quick kick like that. That was the start of it all. They got down inside Waka half. They're able to turn it over, and then great hands there through the midfield. Saw our open side dot down for a 5-pointer. Low kick there by Whakarewarewa. Easily fielded by our winger from Ōpōtiki, who returns it with favour. 24 looks to carry. He's straight into contact there. We'll have to see that. Tough there. Looks like Ōpōtiki have got the turnover, but I have lost it from that one there. Great turnover there by our front rower, Newton, I think that is. He's been in the thick of the action quite a bit there. Fantastic looking beard on him too. Great turnover there. Unfortunately, just lost it after the turnover. Quite impressed with the Ōpōtiki front row in and around the breakdown, actually. 2 or 3 key turnovers made by the boys in 1, 2 and 3. As referee Rangi sets them, Waka keeps a nice solid scrum, it's nice and steady. Referee will be happy with that. They look to come blindside. Dummies inside. Didn't fall for that one. And again another turnover there. This time number 6, Christian Timothy. Now strong midfielders carry it again. Another juggle there by number 5, Ropatini, but he manages to regather, takes it into contact and sets it beautifully just inside his half. Waka look to counter here, but they've gone over, lost their feet and given away an easy penalty. Definitely think the counter was on from John Masters, our try scorer. But just need to remember, when you counter like that, blow through, you must keep your feet. Beautiful nudge this time there by the Ōpōtiki team. Managed to bang it right inside Whakarewarewa 22. And Ōpōtiki will look to go on the attack again. Hear the sideline commentators saying, play our game, slow it down, play our game. So look to walk in, quick one to the front. Hooker was nearly not ready there, but he's managed to get it in. We're going to carry through the midfield here. Brilliant carry there by number 8 for Ōpōtiki at Okawa. That is Beautiful meters there, puts everyone on the front foot. Kawerau takes it in, and they look to get it wide, but Waka have got good numbers out there on defence. Number 10 there for Ōpōtiki, bouncing players off left, right and centre. Here's our front rowers again. What can they not do? My goodness. Waka's got hands in there, but the Ōpōtiki boys have been able to recycle that one quickly. Straightens it up. Oh, and unlucky, just that. Those handling errors are just costing them a little bit. They look good there. Just the pass a little bit low maybe. Unable to get the ball to hand. And we're going to reset another scrum. Lots of rugby happening this weekend. Obviously the Super Round for Super Rugby started off last night. Crusaders having a great win over the Tars down there at that beautiful new stadium, One New Zealand Stadium in Christchurch. So lots of footy happening around Christchurch this weekend. I know Trent Sweeney, one Whakarewarewa legend. He's down there at the moment watching the boys in Christchurch. As Wycliffe feeds another scrum. And Walker all... Oh, I thought they were going to clear out here. Oh, no, another handling error. Probably would have been safer to kick that out, but they look to run that one. Hasn't come out the treat this time. And they're going to hand that ball over to Ōpōtiki, setting a scrum. Really good field position for Ōpōtiki to attack from here. Just on the 22 with a really big blind side. We saw earlier on the number 8, Rokawa, pick and go the blind side. That last time he went to the right. This time I'm wondering if he'll look at going to the left with a big blind side. Winger out there. Walker won't be letting that one slide this time. Ōpōtiki ball here. Walker will look to put a big shove on to disrupt this. But Ōpōtiki up to the match there. Oh, hold on, might have spoken too soon. Big shove there by Walker. Ball's out, referee's happy to play on. Ōpōtiki dummies there. Tries to bump off Tamaho Panma Jr. And there they go blind this time. Carrying in the middle there. Again, our big boys, 1, 2 and 3. But again, ball has gone. Oh, there we go, great run here. John Masters, our try scorer, carries through 3 or 4 defenders. Great step there. Carries right up. This is a great attacking footy here by Walker. Slow at the ruck there, but again, back to John Masters. Referee's happy to let that one. No, he's not. So I thought hands in there. That ball wouldn't have come out like that. And he's going to give Whakarewarewa the penalty here. Jeepers, Masters is real keen to play some footy today. Hands on the ball as often as he can. Loves the look of that white line. He's been there once. If I was a betting man, I'd say that he'll get there again today. As Marty Wycliffe clears for touch. Finds the line. And Walker will look to walk in again on this line out. So we look back here. Carry into contact there, and this is where the turnover happens. Picked up there by 8, given us to our mate Masters. Breaks 2 or 3 tackles there. Slips off one and able to offload. All our tight forwards in there. Number 5 having a good carry there at Apata. So we go back live. Line out looks to be a little bit messy, but won by Walker. And they're able to carry. Giving it wide now. Coming out to this edge. Wide, high pass there. And Ōpōtiki defence able to push up really quick on that. And snuff out any opportunity. Got to roll away from there. Ōpōtiki player not happy about that one. 24 must roll is the call there from referee Rangi. The idea behind that is making sure that we have good clean ball for our 9, which then of course rolls into some good clean rugby. Touch has been found. And we look down at the Whakarewarewa impact bench. To our left there. John Masters hands on ball again, ready to throw into this line out here. Up they go. Again, a little bit messy, but one nevertheless. 24 straight up the middle. He's interested in making carries too today. I don't know the name of 24, unfortunately, but good ball carrier there nevertheless. 20 breaks through the middle. Number 20 is Edmonds, and he's looked good since he's come on. 13 to 23. Clean out of that ruck's good. Nice clean ball there for Wycliffe. Tamaho Palmer, oh, unlucky there. Drop there, and Ōpōtiki are able to pounce through the open side try scorer Gibbet. And well cleared there from the back. Beautifully done there. Referee's just looking at it, did bounce out on the full. And he's happy for it to be there, down by the halfway line. Looks like there was a ruck formed, and then the kick made inside the 22. Boys are all walking towards the line out here. 10 minutes to go in the first half. I think everyone's looking forward to a bit of fresh water, bit of a breather. Still plenty of rugby to play here. Beautiful line out there. Oh, nicely done by the line out take. Oh, had a great offload there by Wycliffe to 24. We know this guy, head down, tail up. But another loose carry, unfortunately. We got a playing advantage there for a knock on. Ōpōtiki able to carry real hard into the line there and break some defence. Great metres gained. Ōpōtiki boys. Marty Wycliffe's still down after that late tackle there, or the tackle there. Just catching his breath back by the looks of it. I don't think he looks injured, thankfully. Ōpōtiki able to clear that down. Oh, great chase there. Great chase there by McPhee. But ball beats everyone into touch. This is where Ōpōtiki want to be playing, inside the Whakarewarewa 22. Great line out there by Whakarewarewa, the last line out. A lot tidier than the first, the few previous to that. Ref just calls time out there. We're rolling a couple of subs, potentially Marty Wycliffe, who was down after a tackle. As we have a look around that, referee says time on again. Or signalling. Nope, Marty Wycliffe is still on the pitch. And we're going to have his hands on the ball now. Whakarewarewa happy to carry it outside of their 22 again. Hanging on to the pill really well there. Bit high there, bridging, and was able to be cleaned out by Ōpōtiki. But Whakarewarewa were able to tidy it up in the end. Kick over the top there by Tamaho Palmer Jr. The bounce is unfriendly and meant that the defence is able to chase up. Oh, but hot stepping feet there. Is that going to go out on the full? It does. We're going to go back inside the Ōpōtiki half there. Beautiful sidestepping there. I think that was our fullback, Shea Collier. Really, really sharp. So video footage here, live stream footage brought to you courtesy of Local Gecko Productions on Local Gecko TV. Always good. They've got lots of games, 2 games every week of the Baywide comp, which is fantastic as Whakarewarewa takes it right up inside the 40-metre line through Te Koha Palmer. The brothers there, Tamaho and Te Koha. Oh, beautiful carry here. Right through the middle does Cody Savage. Still bumping them off, Cody Savage. That is a best carry of the game so far. Able to set inside. They've got numbers on the blind side here, but it's just too slow. There's no half. Locking partner there. Rapata picks and goes. I'm sure Cody Savage will be back on his feet looking for another carry soon. Here it is. Hands on ball already. Cody Savage. And we look to get closer and closer to the line, watching that referee carefully. Pass comes out now for Palmer. It's going really wide to our previous try scorer. He's going to get a double here. Great carry there. John Masters in for his second. Gotta love that. Brothers, we go out there. We do everything we can, bang it into each other. Physical as you like, but in the end they're brothers. Set that one up. Cody Savage, you can take that one actually. Masters may have his name on paper, but Cody Savage, that was all yours. Ball goes wide. Out to Tamaho Palmer. Out wide. He's never going to pass it from there. And John Masters gets his double. A little bit of a tougher kick here for Marty Wycliffe, especially if he's feeling the effects of a tackle earlier on. How about that run from Cody Savage though? Flag stay down. No conversion that time. Good to see Baldy out there with the flags behind the posts in his red singlet. He's a stalwart of the Whakarewarewa Rugby Club. Wonderful, wonderful man as well. Yep, it is Willie Royal wandering off the field there. He must be assistant coach for this Whakarewarewa side. Speaking of coaches, David Temoana from the Ōpōtiki team, the coach of the Ōpōtiki team, looks like he's coaching both teams, which is fantastic stuff. Well done, David. Shorter kickoff here from Ōpōtiki. Whakarewarewa set this time, and happy to carry it back towards the halfway mark. Beautiful looking defensive line there from Ōpōtiki. No chance of getting through there. Tamaho Palmer hands on ball, gives it wide there, straight into that defensive line that I was talking about. Marty looks to box kick over the top. Clearly taken there by number 11, Dylan McPhee. Oh, Dylan McPhee, what a great carry. Runs right over top of his opposition marker. And they're able to clear it out. Again to our big front rowers, our tight forwards. And here we go, straight up the middle there is Jackie Ropatini. Still with hands on ball. Great carry, Ropatini in the number 5 jersey there. And here we go, we're going to look to spin it a little bit wider now. This midfield combination is sharp. We look to need to give that one though. Unfortunately, he's carried that one in. Good metres gained there by number 12, Ridge Ty. And in Arlen Newton carrying strong again inside the 22 now. Ōpōtiki, this is a great turn of attack here. And our number 9 spies a gap and goes through that one. Referee's got his arm out looking for, yeah, a little bit of play there on the ground. Offside potentially there. A couple of the boys in black play down on their knees. Just taking in some well-deserved deep breaths. The option right out in front here with 2.5 minutes to go of the first half, but it's between Whakarewarewa and Ōpōtiki development, and they're happy to tap and go quickly. Bumps through the defensive line there. They're only a couple of metres out. We're looking to go blind. Oh, and we've lost the ball there. Unfortunate try-scoring opportunity gone begging. The option was on. Everything was right. Blindside, quick play. But just unfortunately, ball doesn't stick. And we're going to have to repack another scrum. Whakarewarewa ball. They'll be quietly happy about that one, Whakarewarewa. I think they were setting up, looking for a defensive scrum or defensive line out. Ōpōtiki saw them, caught them napping, and were able to tap and go as quick as they did. As we see Tamaho Palmer standing there, looking stern on the dead ball line. He'll have some messages he'll share with his boys in a minute or so. He'll just be hoping that we can get this ball out of here, clear it, and go into the break. Number 8 carries it off the back. Great carry there by the number 8, bumping players off. Beautiful carry there. It's actually the number 5, Rapata, that I have on paper here. 25, this is great running rugby. Shrugging them off. The ball into the other hand, son. Skipping back inside, a bit isolated there. Yep, that is absolutely great turnover there by Ōpōtiki. Great carry there by number 24, but we needed our support players there. Ōpōtiki's happy to drill it downfield and look for it to, oh no, there's a bounce there. That keeps it in the field of play. As we hear the sideline encouraging them to run. Ball goes backwards. No, it doesn't. Ball goes forwards. And looks like there will be time for one more scrum. Ōpōtiki will want to take full advantage of this while they're inside. No, referee's had enough. He's keen for a bottle of water too. We're going to go into the halftime break. So we've got Whakarewarewa 12, Ōpōtiki 5, after 40 minutes play of the development competition. We'll have a bit of a breather here and we'll be back with you in a couple of minutes. Welcome back, whānau. I hope you all had a bit of a chance there to rest. I know these boys out on the pitch did. They are feeling the heat there in the Rotorua sun. We've got the Whakarewarewa development team up 12 points to Ōpōtiki's 5 in the third round of the Baywide competition. Just watching the other game that's on local Gecko Productions at the moment, Te Puke versus Tauranga. Tauranga are up just after the halftime mark, 19-0 over Te Puke. Two great sides there, both looking for a win. Over in this game, it's been a nail-biter. Both teams looking for territory, both happy to play inside the opposition half. Whakarewarewa scoring 2 tries through their hooker, John Masters, who is hungry to get his hands on the ball and carry over that white line. Now, equally good try there by the Ōpōtiki boys. able to get over that line and unfortunately not able to secure the conversion. 12-5 Whakarewarewa, still with 40 minutes to go. As the boys get the last of their messages, we want to wish good luck to the Rotorua First 15, Rotorua Boys High School First 15, who are jumping on the plane as we speak, heading over to Japan to play in the Sanex World Championship Games, the World Championship tournament that's over in Japan at the moment. An awesome experience for those boys. Last year, obviously, winning the national title. And with the national title comes the invitation to fly over and take part in the Sanex World Championship tournament. So they're playing teams from South Africa, Australia, Japan, obviously. Lots of great teams there. Fingers crossed that after a couple of weeks we'll hear the results, that they're world champions as well as national champions as well. Referee's had enough of his rest. He's ready to get back into it. He wants to see some more footy, and so do we. Hope you're enjoying the game here, courtesy of Local Gecko TV. For all of you that have subscribed to the Local Gecko Productions channel. Keeping an eye on the reserves to see if we've got anybody coming back in or anybody coming off, swapping players. I see Alan Newton still out there, which is good for the Ōpōtiki boys. Alan's been strong this whole game, as has the rest of his front row, Kawarau and Lakoa. Shea Colliers with his hands on the ball here, ready to get the second half underway. Referee's happy, whistle's blowing, and here we go for the second 40. Whakarewarewa versus Ōpōtiki. Lots of highlights in the first game, in the first half. Unfortunately, lots of handling errors in the first half as well, as we see another one. Marty Whitcliffe, who's been involved in everything in the first 40, gets the ball from the kickoff, carries it into contact, and gets a little bit messy in there as we set our first scrum for the second half. Scrums have been really good so far, nice and even. Whakarewarewa have a bit of power that they like to put on, but Ōpōtiki, as I say, is always up to the challenge. Ōpōtiki to feed the ball here into the scrum. Spins around, and Waka looks like they've turned this one over. Great scrum there by Whakarewarewa. And we've gone out on the full. And we're going to go back. Really good turnover in the scrum. Just unlucky there. Don't know what the wind conditions are like. Just looking at Baldy's touch flag there. Doesn't look too strong. So maybe just off the side of the boot there of Marty Whitcliffe. Goes into touch. It's going to be Ōpōtiki ball when we find a ball. Ōpōtiki ball, feed to the line out. Awesome to see Ōpōtiki back in this premier and development competition, this Baywide comp. It's been a few years since we've seen an Eastern Bay team in the competition. Good line out win there by the Ōpōtiki boys at the front. And we're going to carry through some of our big boys midfield here. Spinning at numbers again. Front row, and we just lost that ball forward one more time. Both sides. First from Ōpōtiki, second from Whakarewarewa. Scrum Whakarewarewa ball. As I say, great to see Eastern Bay team back in the Baywide comp. Whakarewarewa representing the Central Bay. Ōpōtiki representing the Eastern Bay, and of course a mix of great teams from the Western Bay as well. Whakarewarewa feed the scrum here through Marty Whitcliffe. Clears nicely to Tamaho Palmer, who's happy to bang it downfield. Get some good metres there, Tamaho. Well done. Good step there by the 14 of Ōpōtiki, and manages to break through some tackles there. Sorry, number 20 of Ōpōtiki, Kiwi Biddle. Pushing up really quick on defence there. Referee's happy with that. Doesn't see any offside there. And we tuck and go there through the big boys in the middle of the Ōpōtiki team. Good attacking opportunity here. Nice out the back ball, and we're starting to see some movement there from Ōpōtiki slipping through the middle. Great carry here through the middle ridge tie. Doing his Alan Newton there. Carries through the middle. Sees a little bit of his gap there. And we're able to, but messy through here. But our number 6 here, Timoti, is able to carry, but he gets hit big time contact there by the Whakarewarewa fullback. Ōpōtiki spreading it nice and wide, but Whakarewarewa up to the challenge. He's got his arm out there again. No. Yep, another knock on. Of course, this is a Whakarewarewa home game, as you're all well aware. The unfortunate incident with the Whakarewarewa Rugby club rooms late last year and the fire that destroyed that building. But I know they will rebuild. They've got plans in place already, and they'll be back at the mighty Puaringa sometime in the very near future, hopefully. But for the now, number 2 field of the Rotorua International Stadium is their home base, and where you'll see them play their home games. Awesome to see the whānau at the Nongata Rugby League Club have opened up their club rooms for the after matches, for home after matches there, while they're using this temporary field. So, ngā mihi Nongata Rugby League, you guys are awesome. As Wycliffe gets it off the back of the scrum, we carry into contact there through Pinga. Gone backwards there. We thought it was a bit of a knock on, but referee's closer than we are, and he sees it gone backwards. Box kick over the top. Counter attack looks really good here by Ōpōtiki. This is a chance here, and it's going to be our winger Dylan McPhee over on his edge. Box kick over the top there by Whakarewarewa, right into the midfield here, and I think this is Kiwi Biddle. We've seen him a couple of touches, and he looks to open up. He's got wheels, Kiwi Biddle, flings it wide to his mate Dylan McPhee, over the white line, another 5-pointer. Kick just 5 metres out from touch, but Shea Collier's up for the challenge. Shea Collier looks good. Is he going to have the distance? It sure is. And here we have a battle on our hands. All locked after 6 minutes of the second half, 12 all. Great try there, Kiwi Biddle setting that one up. Been really good since he's come on. Couple of good carries, looks to find space. And very, very sensible outside him, Dylan McPhee. Stays nice and wide, knowing that his mate inside can pass well. Opens it up. And we're all drawn up, 12 all. Kick-off here from Whakarewarewa. They're going to go deep with this kick-off. And Ōpōtiki let bounce. Looks to chip and chase, but instead goes straight through the middle of both defenders. Well done to Rokawa. Again, every time he has his hands on the ball, we get metres out of this. Ōpōtiki look to put up the big Gary Owen, the big up and under. Nothing for Tamaho Palmer, who calmly takes it at the back, spreads it wide. Out to his boys out in the back there. Biddle carries into contact. Sets up a ruck there just on the half. Making sure that we look after this pill this time, boys. Sets it back down the ruck again. Hands out here. Beautiful ball. Oh, beautiful ball. Just goes behind his shoulder. And we lose it, but Ōpōtiki pounce. They're going to counter on here through their number 8 again. As I say, every time he carries the ball, he gets metres. He is a superstar of this squad. That is Raukawa. Ōpōtiki look to fling it real wide here. They've got numbers, give it again. We've got 7 out there. And winger, inside ball. That is a great offload there by their open side Gibbon, who was the first try scorer. And we've got another try, Ōpōtiki. So they're looking to fling it real wide here. Hands out here. This is the number 12 that comes away with the try. Ridge Tie, I think. So he goes to his open side, gets that call, pushes one off, pushes 2 off, steps back inside, and Ridge Tie under the black dot. Far easier kick here for Shea Collier. Got the last one right from the edge. This one right out in front. And that try and that conversion takes Ōpōtiki into the lead. 19 points over Whakarewarewa Development, who have 12. Really nice to see some running rugby like that one, Ōpōtiki boys. Fantastic work. Happy to pass it through the hands. Two quick tries back to back there by the Ōpōtiki boys. Changes the game, swings a bit of momentum towards their way. Still plenty of rugby here, half an hour to go. Whakarewarewa will want to get back down that end and capitalise on that territory. Oh, absolutely fantastic work there by Te Koha Palmer. Chases the kickoff, goes real high and regains that one, putting perfect attacking position for his boys. Well done, Palmer. Captain fantastic. Out there to big Whetu Paul. Goes straight through the middle, dragging the defenders with him as he goes. Wycliffe looks to go for a little dart himself, but the gap closes pretty quickly. Big boys are happy to get the hands out on the ball and spread it wide. Cutting back inside there by Pinga, who just carries on right through the middle. Finally gets brought to ground, sets in a ruck. Got number 18 out there at the moment, Blazer. I'm sure he'll be looking at this close to the line. He doesn't want to give it to the little skinny boys. He wants to get over himself. And here he is, Captain Fantastic again. But this time just a little bit high. And the Ōpōtiki boys are up to the challenge, able to hold him up. But bit lower there through our number 8, Whetu Paul. And they get closer and closer to the line. Can't see the ball tucked in there. Referee's keeping an eye on it. We've got... Oh, what a... Don't tell me he's going to get a hat-trick. He is in for his third. Absolutely fantastic stuff, John Masters. Watch Wycliffe here with the number 9 jersey on. As the ball comes out, he's already talking to Masters, saying, bro, I'm going to give you a short pop here. Ball comes out. Wycliffe, short pop. Masters, over. Gets up a bit gingerly there. Maybe a little bit of cramp. Maybe a little bit of gout. Not too sure. But I'm sure he will be carrying on. Yeah, running that off. Tough as nails, that Masters whānau. Doesn't look any good that time, unlucky. Just pushes it or hooks it wide to the left. 3 tries apiece. The only difference is our conversions today. Ōpōtiki still hold that narrow lead, 19 over Whakarewarewa 17. How good is John Masters? Knows exactly where the try line is. 3 of them today. Beautiful high restart here by Ōpōtiki. Nice call there by 23 of our Whakarewarewa team. We don't have that one named in our team sheet, but a great kick-off reception nevertheless. Tamaho Palmer happy to bang it down, find some space, but referee's going to pull him back. I think you'll find that one there is players in front of the kicker. So in that situation, we need to make sure that we get all of our players behind the kicker. Best way to do that is to have our kicker chase up his kick. As soon as it comes off his boot, everybody else has to retreat until they get put on side. Oh, very, very good touch finder there. We are 5 metres out. Ōpōtiki on the attack there. 5 metres out from the Whakarewarewa line. Ōpōtiki are looking to feed this. I'm sure that the big boys will be thinking, let's drive this one over. Whakarewarewa set to counter that drive. Low body positions. We're going to go to the middle of the line out, off the top ball, straight out to the backs. And a good carry here by the very strong number 12 for Ōpōtiki. But as the story of this game really has been some wonderful, wonderful rugby, just spoiled, unfortunately, by some handling errors. Very, very talented development teams here. Just unfortunately, the ball has gone to ground often. But that's okay. Nail biter here, only 2 points separates these two awesome development teams. Whakarewarewa to feed this, they'll look to clear outside of their own 22. Referee's not happy with something he sees there. Just want to make sure that our front rowers are all safe as well. Big boys, they're all tough as nails. But we just got to make sure that we don't put any players, especially our hookers who are right in the middle of all of that action. Don't want to put any of those players in a position where they hurt themselves. We want to make sure everybody walks off the game afterwards with a smile on their face. No injuries to speak of. Feed goes in by Wycliffe. And Whakarewarewa get the march on. Number 8 picks and goes from the back, slips through the first defender, slips through the second and third. And here we go. I think actually you'll find it's number 6, Happy, rather than the number 8. Carry there through the big boys who are happy to go hard at that defensive line. Great clean out there by 17. Rewati. And again, number 7, our Lucy's are working hard here today. Carry it just up and over the halfway line. Slower ruck there. But they come out to Tamaho Palmer, from Wycliffe to Palmer. That's a good little combination. And our number 8 here perfectly held up. Chip and chase there by our fullback. But he's held back just a little bit there. Gives everybody from the Ōpōtiki team time to get back. Look at some options. Fends off Palmer, but Palmer gets back to his feet and gets him the second time. Good carry out of trouble there by our try scorer McPhee. And this time we're able to clear for touch, which is a good clearance actually under a bit of pressure there. Baltic signals that we're going to be out there just inside the Ōpōtiki 40-metre line. A few of the boys down there on their haunches there, sucking in some big deep breaths. Oh my goodness, we see Fetu Paul with hands on ball here. He's going to throw into the line. Is there anything this guy can't do? Bit too hard there in the throw there, Mr. Paul, but nevertheless, Ōpōtiki here on the attack now, spinning it real wide. And we've got this number 24 again, number 20 again, Kiwi Biddle. Every time he gets his hands on the ball, we seem to go real well. And we've got another one set up beautifully. I think you'll find that one there is Hare. Just got to check his number. Ōpōtiki in for another 5-pointer. So we see the line out go over the top. Snapped up there by the lock Newton. And he's happy to give that ball out real wide. And it comes back inside. Sorry, it's Troy Edwardson by the looks of things. Our fullback, Troy Edwardson, under the posts. Troy Edwards lines up. See if he can convert his own try. Flags are up. Well done, Troy Edwardson. 7 points all to himself. Again, though, that's that number 20 for Ōpōtiki, Kiwi Biddle. He's got out-and-out wheels, this man, and he is absolutely happy to use them. Flying down the touchline, but clever enough to look for the inside opportunity, putting his mates over the line. Not too sure if the Ōpōtiki boys use a 3-2-1 system for their player of the day, but I'd fancy Kiwi Biddle getting a couple of those points. Kick looks to be a bit short there and stays inside. Nope, played first there by Whakarewarewa, so we're going to go back to a scrum. You can see here what the Whakarewarewa boys are trying to do. They want to keep that ball in their hands, going short on the kickoff and using Te Koha Palmer, who retrieved that last kickoff beautifully, trying to get his hands back on the ball. Just not far enough this time around. Alan Newton looks like he's going to pack down another scrum. Been really impressive through the first 60 minutes of this game. Lots of work in and around the field. Lots of work in the scrum. Still on the pitch. Coaches love those sorts of players. Ōpōtiki ball right in the middle of halfway. Lots of options here for those backs. If we get the ball out to Kiwi Biddle. But Whakarewarewa put on the acid here, marching them back and the turnover. Absolutely fantastic scrum, Whakarewarewa. Good carry into contact there by 13. Pinga again. Strong carry there by 5. Rapata did a lot of work for a couple of those tries earlier on today. Just got another drop ball. Newton there, of course, Newton there to pounce on it. And Ōpōtiki look to get it wider again. Kiwi Biddle takes it into contact here. There's Dylan McPhee. Gets bundled into touch. Dylan McPhee's been outstanding. Obviously got his early 5-pointer earlier on in the day. Referee wants to go right back for a knock on there earlier on. Bank's starting to fill up a little bit here as we wind into the last 18 minutes of this development game. Obviously the Premier game to follow. Should be exciting to see the Premier Whakarewarewa versus Premier Ōpōtiki team. Straight after this one, his referee just stops the time for a second. Talks to his touch judges if they're happy. Everybody's happy there. We'll get time back on and we'll look to reset the scrum. Again, another awesome scrum there, but Ōpōtiki able to get that ball back really quickly. Oh, Kiwi Biddle. Chip and chase. Oh, I reckon he deserves one, this man. Look at the wheels there. Oh, and beautifully saved there at the back by number 25 for Whakarewarewa. Jeepers, I wouldn't be surprised if Kiwi Biddle got the call up for the Premier team straight after this development game. Jeepers, he's been good since he's come on. So the referee signalled that it was over the line when Whakarewarewa kicked it dead or put it dead. So he signalled that it's an Ōpōtiki feed to the scrum. It's a fantastic scoring attacking opportunity here for Ōpōtiki. Just 5 metres out from the line. Whakarewarewa will put the acid on again, and we'll have to reset this one. But too much movement there for referee Rangi. Lots of good footy happening tonight too. We've got the Black Ferns playing the Gillaroos later on tonight. True Anzac clash there. So later on over in Australia this evening. So we'll be watching that one with interest, hoping our Black Ferns get the W for that. Ball feed in there nice and quick again. And they're able to swing it wide. Bounce past there. Oh, out the back door from Kiwi Biddle. Opens up his winger, but there's a turnover here, and 25 for Whakarewarewa has got the toe. He's got wheels, and he's going to go all the way with a fantastic turnover. Hair blowing in the breeze as he sprints down the field, and he places it under the black dot. We have got ourselves a real game. Turns and gathers that ball perfectly from the turnover and just shows a clean pair of heels. Collier is in hot pursuit but just can't get him there with the ankle tap, and he'll go all the way and under the black dot. Gotta love it when that mullet is flying behind him like that. And we've added the extras too. We are going to a real nail biter for the final 15 minutes of this game. Ōpōtiki up by 2, 26-24 in this development competition. Fantastic try there by number 25. I wish I had his name, but it wasn't put out on the team sheet, unfortunately, so I can't credit you with the credit you deserve, mate. Showing a clean pair of heels like that. Ōpōtiki will want to play this last 15 minutes deep in the Whakarewarewa half, but when you have pace like that, even a simple turnover changes the tides really quickly. Going short here for the kickoff. It's bounced off Captain Fantastic to Koha Palmer. He's just gone forward there. Contested there for the kickoff. Both teams want the hands on their ball. Yep, Black Ferns playing tonight, as I say, but also the Super Round. Chiefs this weekend taking on the Drua down in Christchurch. So coming off that thrilling Golden Point victory against the Hurricanes last week. How good was that to see Wallace Satiti back out there? He's made the All Black selectors look. And I think probably hit their heads scratching a little bit. He's back in the action, I'd say. And we come from a great Ōpōtiki half-back pass there to Biddle. And he opens them up as he always does. And hands on the ball again goes Biddle. But it's a forward pass there, unfortunately, that time. Really like to see the way that these Ōpō boys are happy to spread the ball, get it out to the edges. Been doing that all game today. And it's paid off time and time again. Yeah, as I say, the crowd's starting to build there for the end of this game and the beginning of the Premier game directly after this. But with the price of gas, I'd be staying home and watching it on Local Gecko Productions. Tuning into Local Gecko TV on YouTube. That's what all the people that are listening to me right now have done. Sensible people. Feed here from Whakarewarewa. Big scrum here. And comes out the back Great carry here, right through the middle. Goes Pinga, offloads it beautifully there. Bumping tackles at ease. He's lost that one forward in the tackle there. Great carry there, right through the middle. Tarquin Pinga, my goodness, he's strong. You have to get him right around the bootlaces, I'd say, because strong muscular legs like that, just going to bump you off every time. Seems to be the way of this game, that attacking team, lots and lots of pressure, and then a simple mistake drops it and the other team counters and is all over it. So I think both coaches at the end of this game will be hoping for less mistakes next week. Good scrum again there by Ōpōtiki. Clearance there. Bounces. Oh, unlucky there, just the bounce of a rugby ball. Regan O'Donnell just coming flying through there, and it just manages to get into touch. Could have been a good opportunity. Great line chase there by number 19, Regan O'Donnell. This time here, Whetu Paul's going to throw into the line out again. Hopefully he won't go too far. He's going to go up the front this time. Beautiful throw, beautiful take, great lift. Good rugby all round. Tamaho Palmer takes it into contact there. Rolls away. It looks like Ōpōtiki's got the turnover, but they've done so illegally. Hands in the ruck there. You must stay on your feet. Whakarewarewa will look to get to touch from here and get into an attacking line-out opportunity as we reach the last 10 minutes of this game. Ōpōtiki up by just the 2, just the conversion and the difference. Still plenty of rugby to be played before the final whistle. Been a great game in regards to both teams' discipline. Even seeing players from the opposition helping the other players up after tries have been scored. Referee just stops there. Stops the time there for a little bit. Wants to have a chat with the boys at the back of the line-out. Signals time back on. Whetu Paul feeds the line-out. Oh, unlucky there by Newton. My goodness, he's given it his all today, Newton. Scrum's been really solid, and his work around the field has just been outstanding. Just a bit of unlucky from time to time. Take a minute to thank our referee here, Roy Rangi. Done a great job out in the middle. In fact, all of our Bay of Plenty referees needed a bit of a pat on the back. Great job that they do for JAB, right through to our senior Premier Division. Tamaho Palmer takes it, and another knock on there. We're going to counter here through Ōpōtiki. Big carry there, right into contact was Rotorua. He's had some fantastic carries throughout the course of the day. High pass there, right back to the fullback, Jay Collier, who puts up a real high kick. And able to be fielded the first time there by Troy Edwardson. Ooh, to be a bit of a high tackle, but referee's happy to let that one go this time. Collier, Edwardson bumps off a player, but we've got a turnover there, right through the middle from Ōpōtiki. And unfortunately, tail of the tape today really has been those missed opportunities. Knock on from both teams, costing a couple of try-scoring opportunities. As we reset, yet another scrum, right there on the halfway mark. Big scrum here Waka will be looking to open up on the left-hand side there.
What's the blind, eh?
No, but Ōpōtiki might have got a tight head here. We don't see that too often. Well done, Ōpōtiki front rowers. Managing to have a crack at that one and getting it back as the backs take it out in contact deep. Great defensive push coming up from Whakarewarewa, but they just can't put Rotorua down. Strong carries all day. Out the back ball. We're going wide here. Fantastic ball out to the new man, Regan O'Donnell. Good, clean ruck there by Ōpōtiki. Right, a roll away from that one, Whakarewarewa 24, and he does so. Allows him. We got numbers on the outside. Rotorua looks to carry through the middle himself. Just not a bad option with the way he's been carrying. Pick and go here from Ōpōtiki. Closer and closer to the line. We're about 5 or 6 out. Injured player from Whakarewarewa down in the backfield. Ōpōtiki have a crack around the edge. Still just a little bit short. And again, they're going to go wide to the right. They got numbers out here if they can finish.
Go, Kerry.
They can do. And it's going to be another try here for Ōpōtiki. Crashing through the middle, you'll see the Ōpōtiki boys looking to pick and go. Spies a little gap there and thinks, nope, no way through here. They've sucked in all the Whakarewarewa defence. They quickly snap to go right. Hands will do it. And Ōpōtiki over for another one. A few walking wounded out there by the looks of things. We've got limping, we've got legs up, we've got hands behind the back. But this game is not over. This is a very, very important kick. Yes, that's a really important kick. Flags are up. They'll take that one into the last 5 minutes of this game. Ōpōtiki 33, Whakarewarewa 24 in our development game. Waka will want to get the hands back on this ball for the last 4.5 minutes of the game. So we go the kick-off, the last 4 minutes. Here we go. They opt to go deep. Touch there by Rotorua. Just to hand it off. And Kiwi Biddle puts it out nicely all the way back at the halfway, or the 40-metre line. As you look around this number 2 field at the Rotorua International Stadium, so they do a lot of athletics as well here. You see the long jump pits in the background there. 400-metre track around the edge of this field. Up they go, beautiful line out late in the game here. They're looking to crash through here, number 23, good strong ball carrier. They're looking to go wide, referee's got his arm out as we go. They're not going to need it though, Whakarewarewa. Through the middle goes number 5, Rapata. They're going to go back to the penalty though for a high tackle on number 23. They're already signalling that they want to go towards touch and carry over. They'll need to do it quickly if they're going to do it this way. Get that ball back as quickly as they can. Get that line out one. And hopefully for the Whakarewarewa boys, get over that white line again. Boarding signals that we're down to about the 5 metres out. It's a perfect opportunity for our big boys to drive over. Let's see what the option is there for the red and black machine. Contested there. And yes, of course, Newton tidies that one up in the back of the line out. Still a little bit messy there. And we finally got it out to our backs. Crashing through the middle was number 5 there. No, they're all offside there. Whakarewarewa, all pushing up. Too eager to get that ball. And just giving Ōpōtiki a bit of a chance to have a breather. And pump this one down into touch. Another good nudge there. It's the scaffolding of the local Gecko Productions team. Hopefully Mike and the team that are up there on that scaffolding are feeling right. Happy birthday goes out to Mike Miller today too. 21 again. Happy birthday, Mike. Also, I suppose I should say happy birthday to my sister Hayley Hodge. She's 71 today. Beautiful line out there, taken cleanly at the front. As it's spun out wide, that is working well all day for Ōpōtiki. But this time, the Whakarewarewa defence is pushed across. Ball goes backwards that time, then ball goes forwards that time. No turnover one there, and referee thinks no. We'll go back to the knock-on. Whakarewarewa ball as we get into the final minute of this game. Whakarewarewa won't be given up here at all, even though we're less than a minute to go, but I think Ōpōtiki might have this one all sewn up. Feed goes in there for Whakarewarewa. Keep your hands out of there. I know it's tempting. Great push there from Ōpōtiki. Number 5 takes it off the back and carries very well through 2 or 3 defenders. Mates get there and able to protect him from the Gecko. Referee got his arm out again. Maybe an offside, maybe a high shot. But the big boys are happy to pick and go straight through the middle. A little bit of a knock on there. Go back to the penalty. We have to play the penalty, obviously. Quick tap there. Out to number 25 with the beautiful hair and the beautiful wheels. 22 carries it right into the D-line. Looking for options there either side is young Wycliffe. Wycliffe's been fantastic today through his boot, his leadership and his pass. No halfback there. Wycliffe makes his way over. Digs that ball out. Hot stepping 20 here. Coming in the middle. Edmonds. Hands it off there. Good palm. Boys will wrestle him to the ground. As we're into referees time here. 13, who's been fantastic all day long, does it again. That is another great carry there by Pinga. He deserves some golden points here. Ball comes spitting out of the back of the ruck. And that sums it up, unfortunately. The game will finish with a knock-on. And that'll do it after 80 minutes here at the Rotorua International Stadium here on Anzac Day. Ōpōtiki take the win. 33 points over Whakarewarewa, 24. Thank you to everybody out there joining us in today for the live stream courtesy of Local Gecko TV. We will be back very shortly with the premier game between Whakarewarewa and Ōpōtiki.
Okay, ref. 3 weeks in a row.
Sorry. That wasn't my choice, sorry.
Warm out the ice.
Sorry?
Warm. Warm out there.
You're in the movie. Okay. The other rest hasn't come up, has he?
Not yet. He's done the toss for that.